So you're in the market for buying a new vehicle. Do you purchase a ceramic coating package that's offered by the dealership? That's a great question. Come on in, let's talk about it. So it's not uncommon to receive a phone call that has to do with 2 points. One is, I'm buying a new vehicle, should I purchase the ceramic coating package that they're offering me at the dealership? The other side of that is, hey, I've purchased that ceramic coating package on my brand new vehicle, but I have some questions and concerns. What should I do? Now, let me start this off by saying this. I'm not here. The purpose of this video is not to bash dealerships at all, okay? It's not. I have friends that manage and own dealerships. They're friends of mine. This is more along the lines of educating the consumer. What is the best way to spend your money? So here are some simple ways that we go through in the shop to answer those questions. So let's say you're one that has purchased that. And this is what I base the decision on, should you do it at all? So we received the call. I've purchased the ceramic coating package with my brand new vehicle, but I have some concerns. I'm not seeing some of what I thought I would see. What should I do? Then we invite them in. We do a 30-minute consultation. During that time, we do an inspection on the surface. Now, it's scientific, but it's simple. Bottled water. Why does this work? Well, I'm going to show you in just a minute, but let me walk you through what we do. When you think about it, any vehicle that has been ceramic coated properly, the repellency rate of water especially is going to be very high. If it's repelling water well, then it's also going to start to repel some of the other dirt and fallout that ends up on the paint job. If it won't simply repel water, then it's not going to repel much of anything. So what we do is we do a test on the surface to show the repellency rate of what it's doing currently. The problem is that not one vehicle that we have experienced or that we have inspected has actually passed the simple water test. Now let me take you in the shop and show you what I mean. So when someone comes in for that water repellency test, what we do is we just take water that's bottled and we pour it on the surface. Now I want to show you particularly what we're looking for. If you've got a surface that has been ceramic coated properly, the repellency rate is going to be very high, especially in most cases of the vehicles that we have inspected that were coated by the dealership that they purchased the vehicle. It was within a few weeks that they came by, had the concerns and stuff. So we're testing a vehicle that was, told us that it was just ceramic coated just a few weeks ago. So the repellency rate should be very high. What does that really mean, and what does it have to do with bottled water? When you look at the droplets on the surface, you're looking for a particular stance of the water drop. When you have a surface that has been properly ceramic coated, the stance is going to be, you'll notice the bottom of the water drop is going to be drawn in because it's repelling it effectively. So the water drop is going to be drawn in. When it's not repelling, you're going to notice that the stance, the footprint of the water droplet is going to be broad because it's not pushing it off, okay? The more repellent, the more you see the roundedness of the water droplet itself. In every case of the ones that we have inspected, the water droplets looked like what I'm going to show you here on this truck. Now, this is a 2024 pickup truck. So let me show you, bring you in so you can kind of see what this looks like. I'm going to pour it and then I'll show you what it looks like. Now, this surface has not been coated. So I want to show you what this looks like. It's a new truck, but I want to show you what this looks like. So let me pull you in to look. So let's notice the water droplets. Notice the footprint of the droplet is wide, okay? See how wide the footprint is on there? So that tells me that the surface, although it's repelling, when you notice that I was pouring water on it, it's gonna run off pretty quick. But one way to really test the ongoing repellency of it is to look at the droplets that are sitting on there. Now what I want to do is take us to a surface that has been properly done. Okay, so now we're outside and I want you to see what the water droplets should look like on the vehicle surface that has been properly ceramic coated. Now I will tell you, this has pollen on it, so it's dirty. If it passes a repellency test with it being dirty, that's a good sign, okay? So let me show you what this looks like. All right, let's pour some water on it, see what we got. Okay, now again, we want to look at the water droplets and how they look different. So let me give you a close-up of that. Okay, notice the droplets. Remember how we talked about the bottom of them being rounded? The footprint is different. This is a simple test, but look at the repellency rate. Look how it's repelling. Look at the footprint of the drops. All of them are tiny on the bottom side. So that tells you that it's pushing it off. So the repellency is high. So if you compare this to what we just looked at, the footprint of the drops are wide, has a wide base. Here, not so much. Okay, now that we've done the water repellency test, another thing to consider is what prep was done to the surface prior to the coating being put on. It doesn't matter if you're painting a wall or ceramic coating a car, the effectiveness of what you put on the top is only as effective as the preparation that's done prior to that. So what does it really take to adequately prepare the surface for a ceramic coating? Number one, it has to be fully decontaminated. Two styles of decontamination that we do in our shop. One is chemical and one is mechanical. We use an iron of fallout on various surfaces and stuff on the vehicle to really draw out dirt contaminants that are on the surface to pull it out of the paint. Why? Because we're going to seal it up and we don't want to seal that in. After we do that, we're going to take it through a polishing phase. Now the mechanical part of it, go back to that, the mechanical portion of that is where we take, you've heard of clay bar. So we will clay bar the full surface to remove all the contaminants that are deep down in the surface, but then also on top of the surface. So we're getting all the surface ready for the ceramic coating. And then after that, then we start polishing. Why is polishing important? And we hear this a lot. I have a new car, it's brand new, it should not need polishing. That's not true, okay? A lot of times that vehicle has a journey from the time it leaves the assembly line to the time it gets to your driveway. It's been miswashed, washed in a hurry. So what's going to happen is you're going to have swirls, scratches, and things like that on the surface. Now, when you don't polish it, not only are you not perfecting the surface from a look standpoint by removing those things, the swirl marks, the scratches, and then any oxidation that might be there, you're putting something on there that's not smooth. So you're taking a ceramic coating, putting it on a not smooth surface. So what's going to happen if you look at scratches under a microscope, what you're going to have are ridges. It's going to look like an uneven surface. So when you're putting a ceramic coating on there, it's hard for it to put a layer of protection on there if it's having to fill in all these gaps. So you're also having high-low spots within the ceramic coating itself. We want the surface as smooth as we can take it. And then once we get it there, then now we've created a surface that's ready to accept that ceramic coating on there. Now the vehicle that's being polished behind me, the owner just invested $1,500 in a polish and a ceramic coating. However, he's here now getting all of that fixed, okay? So I have a video that I want to show you kind of what he has encountered $1,500 later. So you can see on this side here, the scratches and all of that was left in the surface. Now, his question was, could it not have been polished better? Is this what I'm left with? Is my paint job ruined? What's wrong with it? All of that could have been solved with proper polishing. So we're in here, now we're taking the polishing to what you see now to this level, okay? After the polishing is done, now it's ready to receive the ceramic coating. You will have, and I've heard personally, those that are out there that are offering ceramic coating services saying you don't need to polish it, okay? That is incorrect. If you hear that, keep walking. Whether you come here or not, make sure that you're in the right hands and you're spending your money wisely. Because really, that's the reason why I'm creating this content right now in this video, is to help you be the hero of protecting the look and the functionality of your automotive investment. So spend your money wisely, do your homework, find out what the steps are that they go through. If they're not polishing and they say it's okay because the product that I use doesn't require that, keep walking, keep walking. I promise you, keep walking, okay? And then two, price shopping by dollar figures. If you call us and we do a quote for you, and then you call someone else and you get dollar figures anywhere from $300 to $500 cheaper than we are, I promise you something is missing. It could be skill set. It can be not knowing really how to properly polish a vehicle. The product that they can use is inferior or what have you. But that's what you're going to run into when you go to your dealership. They are not detailers, okay? They're not. Unfortunately, they're not. But what happens is they're not taking the time to prep the surface, to polish it, to wash it adequately, then polish it, get the surface right. And then the products that are being used on those vehicles are inferior. If anything is being put on there and it's not passing the repellency rate, then something is missing, okay? So I hope you find this information helpful. Spend your money wisely. If you want to, give us a call. We'd love to walk you through our process in the shop, show you what we do, how well we decontaminate the vehicle, because we're going to prep the surface, you know, as part of prepping the surface before we put the ceramic coating on there. So come in. We'd love to do a consultation with you. Won't cost you anything but time. So let's get your questions answered. 678-310-3153, or you can visit us online and submit a question there at divergentdetailing.com.